The obstacle is the way. You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. What we fear doing most is usually what we most need to do. It is not death that a man should fear, but he should fear never beginning to live. Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. The best revenge is not to be like your enemy. The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it. He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive. No man is free who is not master of himself. How long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? We suffer more often in imagination than in reality. The more we value things outside our control, the less control we have. Don't explain your philosophy, embody it. Only the educated are free. To be even-minded is the greatest virtue. Self-control is strength, right thought is mastery, calmness is power. To live a good life, we have the potential for it if we learn to be indifferent to what makes no difference. Dwell on the beauty of life, watch the stars and see yourself running with them. The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. If you want to improve, be content to be thought foolish and stupid. Circumstances don't make the man, they only reveal him to himself. No great thing is created suddenly. Man is disturbed not by things, but by the views he takes of them. Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. He who laughs at himself never runs out of things to laugh at. If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it, and this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more, that is poor. Remember that you are an actor in a play of such a kind as the author chooses. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Know first who you are and then adorn yourself accordingly. Do not act as if you were going to live 10,000 years. Death hangs over you. While you live, while it is in your power, be good. He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary. The greater the difficulty, the more glory in surmounting it. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. A gem cannot be polished without friction, nor a man perfected without trials. To bear trials with a calm mind robs misfortune of its strength and burden. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing. The willing are led by fate, the reluctant dragged. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. It is the power of the mind to be unconquerable. The mind that is anxious about future events is miserable. Accept whatever comes to you woven in the pattern of your destiny, for what could more aptly fit your needs. Do not seek for things to happen the way you want them to, rather wish that what happens happens the way it happens. Then you will be happy. The universe is change. Our life is what our thoughts make it. The more we sweat in peace, the less we bleed in war. Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life. The wise man sees in the misfortune of others what he should avoid. Remember that very little is needed to make a happy life. Fortune and misfortune are a part of the same cycle. The essence of philosophy is that a man should live so that his happiness depends as little as possible on external things. Let us prepare our minds as if we'd come to the very end of life. Let us postpone nothing. He who is brave is free. The trials we endure can and should introduce us to our strengths. Be like the cliff against which the waves continually break, but it stands firm and tames the fury of the water around it. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. The whole future lies in uncertainty. Live immediately. If a man knows not to which port he sails, no wind is favorable. The greater the obstacle, the more glory in overcoming it. To be calm is the highest achievement of the self. A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions. Do every act of your life as though it were the very last act of your life. The man who has anticipated the coming of troubles takes away their power when they arrive. The best way to avenge yourself is to not be like that. Life is very short and anxious for those who forget the past, neglect the present, and fear the future. Nothing happens to any man that he is not formed by nature to bear. He who is not satisfied with a little is satisfied with nothing. It is not the length of life, but the depth of life. He who seeks wisdom is a wise man. He who thinks he has found it is mad. While we wait for life, life passes. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. The willing are led by destiny, the unwilling are dragged. When we are no longer able to change a situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. Look well into thyself. There is a source of strength which will always spring up if thou wilt always look. No man is more unhappy than he who never faces adversity, for he is not permitted to prove himself. What man actually needs is not a tensionless state, but rather the striving and struggling for some goal worthy of him. The greatest blessings of mankind are within us and within our reach. Take full account of what excellencies you possess, and in gratitude remember how you would hanker after them if you had them not. How ridiculous and how strange to be surprised at anything which happens in life. Nothing is worth doing pointlessly. The universe is change, life is opinion. Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Whatever happens at all happens as it should. You will find this true if you watch narrowly. If you want to be happy, do not dwell in the past. Do not worry about the future. Focus on living fully in the present. The world turns aside to let any man pass who knows where he is going. Begin each day by telling yourself, today I shall be meeting with interference, ingratitude, insolence, disloyalty, ill will, and selfishness. All of them due to the offender's ignorance of what is good or evil. When another blames you or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside and see what sort of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be racked with anxiety, that they should hold any particular opinion about you. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, and then thankfully remember how you would crave for them if they were not yours. In the end, it's not what you have or even what you've accomplished. It's who you've lifted up, who you've made better. It's what you've given back. Who then is invincible? The one who cannot be upset by anything outside their reasoned choice. Do not be concerned with other people's impressions of you. Be tolerant with others and strict with yourself. Death smiles at us all, but all a man can do is smile back.
Hey there. If you enjoyed this video, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment with the word wiser, so I know you watched till the very end. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more insights and updates. Thank you so much for your attention. Stay wise and awesome, and I'll see you in the next video.